What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, just another PokeTuber, coach of your Piedmont Triad Kickers, coming at you today with week 3 of season 8 of the MDL Mellowetta Draft League. I know some of you guys are probably thinking week 3, well, where was the week 2? To make a long story short, me and my opponent had we had some challenges with trying to schedule our game. More so on his end than mine, so we decided like the fairest thing to do was for me to just take a forfeit win. We could have potentially gotten the game in, but it would have basically been like during like Thanksgiving and stuff, which I did not feel like doing. Considering that's not when week 2 was supposed to be to begin with. So yeah, you guys get the idea. We ended up taking the forfeit win. Would have preferred to have not had to do that because my opponent, pretty tough guy, would have been really hyped just to beat him outright. But we play in other leagues, so I could try to beat him in those leagues instead, I guess. But yeah, that was week 2. Here we are in week 3. We are taking on Davion. He's the coach of the Vegas Golden D Nites. I've been in a handful of drafts with this guy recently, but it's our first time ever playing him, so I'm looking forward to a pretty fun battle. Davion has a pretty threatening team, which consists of Spectrier. We have the Terrazarud, where, well, that's kind of where the threats end. But anyway, you guys know how I feel about Terrazarud. There's the Zarud, there's the Screamtail, the Metagross, the Tentacruel, the Blaziken, the Hydreigon, the Rotom, the Terra Gligar, and last but not least, the Terra Greedent. So I've noticed, even though we're only 3 weeks in, so this doesn't really mean too much, but I have noticed in the first 2 weeks my opponent brought Spectrier, Terrazarud, the Screamtail, the Tentacruel, and the Blaziken, so I'm kind of just predicting him to do that again, especially considering the other mons. Okay, and then for that last slot, before I get into what I'm about to say next, that last slot, I feel like it could be Rotom-Wash or Metagross, but I feel like it'll probably be Rotom, because one thing Rotom can do that Metagross can't, Rotom can somewhat check Quaquaval and Baxcalibur, whereas the Metagross really only checks Baxcalibur. I don't think he brings Hydreigon because, we have a Baxcalibur, a Quaquaval, a Cinderace, a Rabombi, you name it. I don't think he brings the Greedent, and I don't think Gligar comes because the issue with Gligar and Zarud, both of them are like setup fodder for Quaquaval or Baxcalibur. So I highly doubt he brings both, and I highly doubt he brings Gligar over Zarud. So if I had to take a guess, he's probably going to bring Spectrier, Zarud, Screamtail, Tentacruel, Blaziken, and Rotom-Wash. So to deal with this team, first and foremost, we decided we're going to bring Sweet Bee, the Rabombi, who's rocking their Light Clay. Shield does for the ability, not that it really matters. We are 248 HP, 108 defense, 152 speed. So we're basically faster than everything that's not named Spectrier. We are dual screens, reflect, light screen, sticky web, and U-turn. This girl's main job is to get up sticky web, so it can help us deal with like speed boost. Blaziken help us deal with the Spectrier matchup a lot better, and we have dual screens because we're faster than everything except for Spectrier. So there's a good chance we get the screens up. We have light clay over focus sash because once again we're faster than pretty much everything, so we're guaranteed to at least get one screen up, and more than likely, even if it's a super effective hit, we'll live long enough to get the second screen up if needed. And then we have U-turn for pivoting, but our girl's main job though is just to get the web up. But yeah, that is Rabombi. Next on the team roster is my cocaine bear, the one, the only Ursaluna Blood Moon, who's rocking his Choppleberry. I had Rendoberry here at one point, but I chopped it for Choppleberry, and I'm going to explain why in a few. We have Mind's Eye for the ability, which basically means Spectrier, you're not safe from us. We have max HP, max special attack, Force Spit F, Modest Nature with Blood Moon, Earth Power, Vacuum Wave, and Counter. So, back to what I was saying earlier. We dropped the Chopple for Randoberry because if we ran Randoberry and then tried to counter the Zarud, we actually never kill him with counter because he never hits us hard enough to cause enough damage that we can kill with counter. However, without the Randoberry, not only do we always live a hit from a Zarud, even if it's banded, obviously, when we click counter, it's going to just die. We have Choppleberry because we actually never live a close combat from Blaziken because more than likely it's going to be Life Orb. I'd take a guess because that's what he was the last couple of weeks, I believe. So if he's Life Orb again, we can actually live with the Chopper Berry and then just kill Blaziken with Earth Power. So Ursula is going to get, it's either going to get a kill and Blaze is going to get a kill on Zaru, like one of the two. That's the plan. And then we have Vacuum Wave for priority. So like something's like almost dead, we can just pick it off with Vacuum Wave. And then we have Blood Moon because it's just spamable into the whole team. Nothing switches into Blood Moon except for the Metagross, who we can just Earth Power. So yeah, that is Cocaine Bear. Next on the team roster, basically our Pokemon to help us not lose to Blaziken and Zarude, even though I kind of don't respect Zarude. It's the one, the only Das Bones, the Skarmory, who's rocking his heavy-duty boots, sturdy for the ability, 196 HP, 60 attack, 252 defense, impetation with Brave Bird, body press, Roost, and Whirlwind. Roost is here to keep us healthy. Whirlwind is so we can phase out any setup sweepers, so like the well, if we're in front of Blaziken, we're just gonna go for the kill, because if he Brave Birds us, you chip yourself into range of Brave Bird. I mean, if he Flare Blitzes us, he chips himself into range of Brave Bird, and if he close combats because of the defense drop, you definitely die to Brave Bird. So either way, we're gonna beat the Blaziken. And then we have Whirlwind, so like Zarude, Spectrier, if they start like trying to sub and be annoying, we can get them up out of here, because Whirlwind will still remove Spectrier even if it sets a sub, like if it's like a sub variant. And then Body Press is just here to hit everything that's not it would be hit with Brave Bird, which would just be the Rotom and the Metagross. But yeah, our guy is mainly just here to phase out setup sweepers. So yeah, that is Das Bones. Next on the team roster is actually one of our setup sweepers, the one, the only Elsa, the Baxcalibur, who is rocking her leftovers. Thermal Exchange for the ability, max attack, force speed F, max speed, which we have to be because Rotom is only 1 point slower than us. We are Jolly Nature with Glaive Rush, Earthquake, Substitute, and Dragon Dance. These are the only 2 attacking moves I need to hit everything. So things like the Rotom, the Tentacruel, we can just come in on and then sub. Especially Rotom, because it can't hit us. It does not get any coverage to hit us, and more than likely it'll probably try to T-Wave us anyway, so that's just a free sub into a Dragon Dance. I noticed my opponent does not always bring Fairy coverage on Screamtail, so if it only has, like, let's say Psychic Noise, it actually would not be able to break our sub, which means we can actually sub on Screamtail. So right there, that's 3 different Pokemon we can just sub on. And if we can get boosted to at least, like, let's say +2, we just automatically just win the game. Like, honestly. We had to be +2 because if he's like a bulky Metagross, for example, then at +1 we actually don't kill with EQ. And then Zarude, the bulk does matter because he's going to Terra, and then it kind of just matters whether or not a +1 Glaive Rush can kill or not. And it's because Zarude can Terra that I decided that ice coverage is not necessary. But yeah, like I said, these are 2 moves we need to hit everything. If we get like +1 in the late game or like +2 in the early game, it's kind of just GG's. But yeah, that is Elsa. Next on the team roster is my Terra captain for the week. The only one I'm bringing is the one, the only Bon Clay, the Quaquaval, who is rocking his Lumberry. Moxie for the ability Terra Ghost, so this is kind of my spin blocker this week as well. We're max attack, 24 defense, 232 speeds, so at +1 we can outspeed Spectrier. We are Adamant Nature with Aqua Step, Close Combat, Terra Blast, and Swords Dance. If we get +2, there's nothing on this team that takes a hit from us, like, for the most part, like, just nothing. I had Terra Poison at one point because of the Screamtail, but then we lose to Metagross, so I decided to go with Terra Blast because it, 1, it gives me a spin blocker, 2, Terra Blast actually beats Screamtail, Metagross, and Spectrier. The Zarude, I was scared to run Terra Ghost because he can just come in and knock us off, but then I found out that at +2, as long as the Terra is a neutral Terra, we can kill it with close combat. Rotom dies to a +2 close combat. The Blaziken obviously dies to it dies to an Aqua Step even if we don't boost up. And because we're Terra Ghost, it forces a 50-50 because do you close combat us or do you Flare Blitz us? Because if you click the wrong move, you guys get the idea. And then if we get boosted up, Tentacruel's not taking a hit from us either. So yeah, Terra Ghost just ended up being the best Terra type for Bon Clay this week. So yeah, that is my Quaquaval. Next on the team roster, last but not least, it's the one, the only, the team mascot, Soul, the Cinderace, who's rocking his heavy-duty boots. Libero for the ability, max attack, 64 defense, 192 speed, Jolly Nature with Powerball, Gunk Shot, Sucker Punch, and U-Turn. U-turns, for pivoting. We have Powerball, because now mind you, the main thing we're going to be U-turning on is like Rotom. Now, Powerball is here because it's pretty spammable into the team. The only thing that really switches in is Rotom. Tentacruel does not switch into Powerball. He just does not. I'm expecting Screamtail, which is why we have Gunk Shot, and then I have Sucker Punch in case we just need the priority for some reason. And then we have Boots because my opponent could set hazards. You never know. But yeah, that is Cinderace. That is the team. I think I've said everything that needed to be said, so without further ado, Let's get into the battle. Good luck, have fun to my opponent Davion. Hopefully this battle is a banger.
Okay. I was very shocked because my opponent has a Swampert. Me and my opponent were just talking about that because I'm sitting here like, when did you get a Swampert on your team? I didn't know you had one of those. When did you get a freaking Swampert on your team? Nobody told me about that. Great, amazing, lovely. Um, I guess we're gonna just lead Baxcalibur and take it from there. Um, uh, bro, I literally have screenshots in my phone that shows, bro. I literally have screenshots, bro. I literally have screenshots. That's kind of annoying. I can't even like begin to try to say that it's not. That's kind of annoying. Um, but oh well. We just have to play with it. We just have to play with it. We just have to play with it. It is what it is. We just have to deal with it. We just have to deal with it. Like, that's kind of annoying, bro. I can't even deny that, but it is what it is. We're here to deal with this. Let's just go for the let's just go for EQ. Um, we just have to go for EQ, and if we kill this thing, we kill this thing. That'll be a good way to start the game out, right? Getting rid of his only spinner. Actually, we probably should have subbed there because he sees for Bombi, so I doubt you're gonna just stay in. Uh, bro, that's so like, oh my goodness, bro, that actually irks me a little bit. That genuinely irks me a little bit because like, yo, it just does. It just does. That kind of that just it doesn't rub me the right way. But like I said, it is what it is. It is what it is. To the max. It is what it is. Um. Wow. He has a Swampert on his team. This should die. Yep, you're dead. Cool. Cool, cool, cool. If Blaziken comes out here, we're going to sub on Blaziken. So that's one for Bax. If I see the hot chicken come out, we're going to sub on it because I'm going to assume that it has protect. At which point we could just kill it. If Screamtail comes out, I think we just attack it because we should be able to live a hit from it. And depending on if it's bulky or not, we either A, 2-shot it, or B, we 3-shot it. It's one of the two, but not both, obviously. So we're here. We're here. But the fact that so here's the thing, right? If we get up webs, they're here to stay. But the only thing we need webs for is the Spectrier. So I think we're actually Gucci. Because Cinderace has Sucker Punch. Quackaball can, well... Yeah, we're here. We're here. What are other ways we could deal with Spectrier? We have Cinderace. We have Ursaluna, Black Canary. Who's this? That's you. I'm going to... I'm not scared of you. I'm going to EQ again. Let's see how bulky you are. Not bulky enough. Okay. So what do you decide to go for? You go for Reflect. Okay. So since we know that they're Citrus Berry, that means they're not... Okay, I don't think you're going to... Okay, if you're Screens, you're probably not Encore, right? So I think what we do is we sub right here. We just sub. We sub, we sub, we sub. And then just start clicking EQ again. Now, if they encore to this turn, you know, well on them. That's all I can say. Well on them. Ooh, good read. Good read. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it. I respect it 100%. Good read. Good read, bro. Good read. What do we do? I think we just go into... Yo, they got us with that one. I think what we do is go into... let's go into you. They got us with that read. I should have just EQ'd again. Because I'm pretty sure they were trying to read us into going for Dragon Dance again. But maybe I could have stayed in. I don't know. We'll never know. We'll never know. So who comes out here? It's going to be Sam Wilson. Oh. It's you. So, here's the thing. We just click Earth Power here. We know we're safe to click Earth Power. We know we are safe to click Earth Power. Close combat. So this thing dies. Unless they're bandit. Okay. This thing is dead. Oh, you're absolutely dead. I forgot all about the dang defense drop. Yep. Bye, Sam Wilson. Bye, Samuel Wilson. Good. It was good knowing you. Bye. All right. I'm getting a little too hyped. Bro, I just hate the fact that he really pulled up with the Swampert. Because I'm sitting here like... You have access to that? Okay. That's nice. So, who comes in on us? And just to let everybody know, without that Choppleberry, we definitely died. It was crazy. We actually had something else up until like 2 seconds ago. But, you know, if we see the Zarude come in, we're just going to click Blood Moon. Because at the end of the day, Skarmory can always come in and Whirlwind it out. I'm not sure if we're still... I don't know. Like, we definitely die to a Power Whip if they have it. But if they go for, like, let's say a Trailblaze, a Drain Punch, we definitely live those hits. And matter of fact, Black Canary. So you're coming in now. This gives me a chance to go into... What does this allow us to do, right? First of all, we could... Do we want to save... Do we want to... Actually, yes, we do want to save you. We definitely want to save you. So we're going to go into Cinderace right here. We're going to go into Cinderace right here, and then... I'm assuming they're going to set a Light Screen now. Because you have... There's no point in you having Reflect but not having Light Screen, so I'm pretty sure you set a Light Screen now. You do. And what we're going to do now is U-turn out into... Because you're going to go out. You're not going to stay in on us. Like, you're just not going to. So we're going to U-turn. Yeah, we're going to U-turn. And I think we U-turn into... I mean, we could maybe get away with just U-turning into Quaquaval. But I think what I want to do is U-turn into... Oh, they actually stayed in. Okay. I wonder what they were going to go for. But I'm glad we're chipping them down, though. So I guess now we can go into... Let's see. I guess let's just go into Rabombi here. Because what did they decide to go for? And we're going to set webs because they're here to stay. Oh, the Reflect wore off? Bro, if I knew the Reflect wore off, I would have gunk-shotted it. Yo, I did not know the Reflect wore off. If I knew the Reflect had worn off, I would have gunk-shotted him. I would have absolutely gunk-shotted him. But if we see Swampert come out, we could see one of 3 things happen. Well, he only has 3 other Pokemon, so it's either Swamp... I don't think he's going to switch. I don't think you switch... Okay. So what did they go for? They're probably gonna try to encore us right now. Yep, encore. Okay, cool. It is what it is. We're gonna go out into Baxcalibur, I feel like. I think it's our safest thing to go into because they've shown us Light Screen, Reflect, Psychic Noise. So you might not have Dazzling Gleam. And if all they have is psychic noise, I don't think that actually does a lot of damage to us. So who's going to come in right now? We're going to see Beast Boy. Oh, this guy? So we're going to Dragon Dance. We really have to hope this guy doesn't have... We have to really hope he doesn't have Drain Punch, but he is Terra Water. So he might not. I don't know. We're going to find out together, guys. We're all going to find out together. I'd rather just find out what he wants to hit us with, because he's already knocked us off. He's already knocked us off. And honestly, as long as I can get damage on this thing, I'm happy. As long as I can get damage on you, I'm happy. So let's see. What do you decide to go for? Do you Trailblaze? Knock? Oh, okay. So we're going to Dragon Dance. We're going to Dragon Dance. Let me see. How much are we taking from this thing? Where are my calcs at? Oh, here it is. So Baxcalibur, Zarude. How hard do we hit you through the thingy? Let me see. How much is a +1 knockoff doing to us if you... It's either knockoff or Drain Punch, bro. We have 223 HP. So that means we have 60% of our HP left. They have the reflect up. We're +1, but we need to be... Ugh. I think what we have to do is just... I think we Dragon Dance again and then go for Glaive Rush the following turn. It's kind of all we can do. What did they decide to go for? They go for Trailblaze. Ooh, they did a lot. Oh, but you're dead now. You're actually dead now. You're dead now. You're dead now. You are dead. Hold up. Let me double check. You're dead, right? You're dead, right? Like, no. Hold up. No reflect. Yeah, you're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. You're dead. Let me double check. Maybe I get a little too excited. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Yeah, they have no more. Yo, you're dead. We're faster than you. We're faster than you. You're dead. You're dead. Bye, Zarude. Bye. Bye. Get out of here. Bye. All right, cool. Cool. Zarude down. Zarude is down. That leaves Swampert, Spectrier, and Screamtail. Okay, so far so good. Okay. And once again, the webs are here to stay. So Spectrier will outspeed you, I think. Let me double check. Is there a chance we're slower than this thing? Let me look. Spectrier. Actually, we should be faster than you, no matter what. Even if you're like scarfed, because I had to think, because he went aggressively into this. So either he's really bulky or he's scarfed. But we just go for another Glaive Rush. Do we just sweep from here? I think we just sweep from here, guys. I think we just sweep. Bax pulling out his Yo, I made a big deal about that in the beginning of the video, and I think we're about to sweep. Cause let me see. So I don't know if they went into Swampert. So yeah, we're yeah, that is crazy as hell. We're gonna just go for the Glaive Rush. We don't kill them, but now we can just go into Quaquaval and just Aqua Step and then click Terra Blast. So thank you Baxcalibur. You did a really good job, buddy, and I really appreciate you for all that hard work, man. So let me see. Bax took out Spectrier, Zarude, and Tentacruel. So Baxcalibur, first of all, my homie, you have definitely earned yourself a way to the thumbnail. We appreciate your efforts. I appreciate you all the way down. Boots, Quaquaval, Bonclay, do your dance. Step it up to him, my big stepper. Do your dance, Quaquaval. Do your dance. Do your great dance. You go, Quack, bro. I swear, I'm not sure if y'all ever noticed this, but anytime I start a video out crashing out about something, 9 times out of 10 we end up winning. And I don't know if it's just the universe trying to rectify the crash out, but I mean, because I mean, it's not that okay. So it's actually better for us that they brought Swampert instead of Rotom Wash because Rotom obviously takes. Well, I mean, Swampert is physically bulkier than Rotom though, isn't it? So I don't know. I don't know what's the better matchup, but either way, we're about to put Screamtail in the dirt. You're about to go in the dirt, Screamtail. We're about to get a 5-0 victory, so back-to-back dubs, even though I don't really count the week 2 dub, albeit, you know, it is what it is. It's a dub, so I guess we should just count it. Let's not be too, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's not be too, like, picky about, you know, what we get. So I think what won us the game, though, was going for the Dragon Dance, because he tried to Trailblazers. I don't know if he had Drain Punch or not, but I'm pretty sure if he had it, that would have just straight up OHKO'd us. I saw that I could live a knockoff, but I could not live a Drain Punch. But at the same time, I didn't want him setting up for free, which is why we just stayed in attack. GG's to my opponent. Thank you for tuning in. Please excuse the crash on the beginning of the video. It is what it is. But anyway, thank you for tuning in. If you haven't done so already, please remember to like and subscribe. And until next time, peace out.